question to an extent, but I'm on the Ag Committee, and the USDA has a guaranteed loan program with limits up to $25 million. And my question is, should the capital access programs in the SBA be modified to higher limits? And as I stated, you already kind of answered that, but I'd like to get an answer from all of you on that. Obviously, the limits are much different under the SBA, and I'd be very curious if how much that would help.
Thank you, Congressman. So the limits are important for folks in the early stage biotechnology industry, though I think the structure of the loan guarantees or grants through Department of Energy or Department of Agriculture are the bigger issue. That would be helpful to increase the limits. I think the main benefit that I would like to see as a separate proposal, perhaps, that we could talk about later, would be the ability to bootstrap a grant or award such that you wouldn't have to demonstrate your ability to come in with the minimum equity or the cost share component until after you've been awarded the dollars for the innovation, for the ability to deploy a technology that is considered to be important, and then go out and raise the private dollars required to do that. Right now, it's a catch-22, and that literally is keeping companies like mine out of the process altogether, versus other larger companies that may be dabbling in the science that we're doing, or much smaller companies that are earlier stage even than we may have gotten lucky with the funding shortly before the crisis that we're in right now. And I'm not sure that that's the way that Congress intended the selection process for these programs to work. I think they assumed a well-functioning capital market, which the capital markets are anything but well-functioning at the moment. So that's my perspective.
Mr. Zimmerman.
Thank you. For the sake of physician practices, I believe that the current limits are adequate. If you take into consideration for anywhere from a 3 to 6 physician practice, the average cost of an implementation might run between $120,000 to $250,000. I think that the limits are adequate to help incentivize action. If you look at hospitals, on the other hand, their costs will obviously be much higher. But that might be that's out of the realm of this 3014.
Holter.
I think Mr. Shea made a great point. We are small businesses looking to expand and grow. We have a lot of communities that have asked us to open up our store and some of the new developments that are out there. But I've personally hit my caps. I can't go back to get any more loans because the microloan has lent me all the money that they can at this point. So Mr. Shea made a great point. Yeah, we do need to to work with our business model to grow, sustain, to increase more jobs. We're stuck exactly where Mr. Shea said. So the increase would be tremendous.
Go ahead, Ms. Finch.
Under the 504 loan program, yes, an increase in the guaranteed amount would be tremendous because within the CDC industry, we have multiple borrowers, and they come to us, and they've done a 504 with us, and they want to do another location and do a real estate deal in another location, and they've maxed out. So we would be able to do multiple deals under 504, or as Mr. Shea stated, if you're a franchise and you've got a big storefront, you've maxed out on 504, you cannot do another storefront under 504 under the limitations. And even with a manufacturing company at $4 million, another location, they're maxed out at $4 million, and we're unable to help them with 504. So the increase in the guaranteed loan amount would be very, very helpful under 504.
Okay.
Mr. Graves, could I just elaborate just one further thought on that? I mentioned earlier the study that we did with PricewaterhouseCoopers that analyzed the economic impact of franchise businesses in this country, and those 400 that have the investment levels of $750 to $2 million. We did some more analysis of the kind of growth rates that those companies experienced in the last decade, and it was 6, 7, 8% growth per year. And if we could get 5% growth going, even for the companies of this size, our estimates are that over the next 12 to 18 months, we'd create more than 600,000 new jobs just by making that capital available to the people that hit the cap at $2 million. So when I said in my earlier remarks that from our perspective, the most important aspect of increasing the loan guarantee amount is the job creation aspect, that's really our view, that if we can get access flowing to these companies and we grow 16 or 18,000 new businesses, and they employ 15 to 20 people apiece, all of which are pretty conservative estimates based on past experience. That's well over 500,000 new jobs created out of this sector of the economy, just from increasing the amount from 2 million to 5 million.
Ms. Dahlkemper.